Are you ignoring God's calling? It might shock you to realize that the very thing you've been avoiding could be the key to unlocking God's purpose for your life. Deep within your heart, you know there's something God has been pressing upon you, yet you continue to push it aside, hoping the feeling will fade. But here's the hidden truth. Every time you ignore that call, you're stepping further away from the abundant life He's promised you in John 10, verse 10. It's not just a missed opportunity. It's a step towards spiritual stagnation, a slow drift away from His will. The Bible warns us of this in Hebrews 3, verse 15. Today, if you hear His voice, do not harden your hearts. The truth is, you may be waiting for a loud, unmistakable sign, but God's calling often comes in quiet nudges, and the danger lies in thinking it's too small or insignificant to act on. You're not alone in this. Even Jonah tried to escape God's calling, run in the opposite direction until a storm and a great fish forced him to face what he'd been avoiding. The pain you're feeling, whether it's a sense of unfulfillment, frustration, or even spiritual dryness, could very well be a direct result of ignoring that very call. God isn't distant. He's right there, waiting for you to turn back to what He's asking you to do. The shocking reality is that when you reject His will, you're not just refusing an idea or plan. You're refusing the very blessings and peace that could be yours. Jesus promises in Matthew 11, verse 28, that if we come to Him, He will give us rest, true rest, not just the absence of work, but fulfillment that comes from living in alignment with His purpose. But how can you experience this rest if you're resisting what He's asking? Maybe you convince yourself that your dreams or desires are more important, or that you're not qualified. But God's calling isn't about your qualifications. It's about His empowerment through the Holy Spirit. Just as He told Moses, "I will be with you," Exodus 3, verse 12. He promises to equip you, no matter how inadequate you feel. You must realize that your avoidance could be causing you to miss out on the fullness of God's plan for your life. The longer you wait, the harder your heart becomes, and the harder it will be to hear His voice. Don't allow fear or doubt to keep you from stepping into your destiny. The most dangerous thing you can do is stay comfortable in your disobedience, convincing yourself that it's just not the right time. But remember this, God's timing is always perfect, and when He calls, He's already made a way. Now, it's up to you to respond. Are you willing to step out in faith? Even if the path ahead feels uncertain, if you keep running, you'll never experience the joy and fulfillment that come with following God's call. Your future depends on your obedience today.